Starting from number 1, my most important influence is taste. The food I eat must be tasteful in some sort of way, whether it is sweet, salty, or both. Unfortunately, there is a lot of food in the world that tastes great, so there are a lot of choices every time I start to eat something. The next influence is price. Price is another major influence because not having a lot of money affects what you spend on everything. In most cases, more expensive food means better quality and supposedly better taste. With most foods I buy at a grocery store, I buy the cheaper brand. Not always the cheapest because I want some sort of quality at least, but definitely not the most expensive. The bad thing about this influence is fast food. Fast food is usually cheaper at the time, but not in the long run. But when I am on the run, I only think about then and there. The last influence is time. I do not like taking a long time to cook a meal, so this is also where fast food comes in. Health is not a big influence, nor is it something I ignore. There are times where I look to see how healthy something is, but most of the time I eat it whether it is unhealthy or not. The second least important influence is variety. I do not have to have a lot of variety in every meal. I like several different types of food, but variety is not something I have to have each and every time I eat. The last one is how hungry I am. I do not have to be very hungry to fix a full meal. Many times I will go ahead and fix the full meal and not look at portion size. This means I most of the time fix too much at a time, but I finish it all anyway. Portion size is a big problem that many people have and do not control. I am an athlete, so during softball season, health is a big influence for me because I want to eat something that energizes me so I will not be slow for the game or practice. Before a game or practice, I do not want to eat something heavy because I will be slow running the bases and with every move I have throughout the game or practice. The night before the game, most athletes want to eat some sort of carb, usually pasta, so you can be fueled for the game the next day. I played softball at IUPUI for 4 years, and before every home game, we would go to a place called Milano Inn and eat a pasta and chicken dinner with a vegetable. Not only was this a tradition, but it was a healthy way to start our game process. One of my friends rarely eats throughout the day because of how busy she is. She is very skinny, so her eating habits are unhealthy on the other extreme. Most of the time she skips breakfast and will eat a very small lunch. Dinner will usually be a pretty good meal if she has not waited too long to eat. She has a problem that if she waits too long to eat after being hungry, she will feel sick and not want to eat anything at that point. I would say her 3 most important influences are health, price, and time. Price because she is also a college student, so she is cautious of where her money goes. Time because she does not have a lot of time, and even though eating should be one of her most important priorities, it is not. Her 3 least important influences are variety, portion control, and taste. She has been told by her doctor to drink breakfast shakes in the mornings, and they do not taste very good, but she drinks them anyway. She does not look at portion control, but she is the opposite of me because she will eat too little instead of too much. I would prefer her influence me toward her food choices because she does eat a lot healthier than me, even though it is not a lot. She has her times where she can pig out, but this does not happen very often. I have tried eating at the same times she does, but it is extremely hard because I am used to eating a lot more often than her, so going from one extreme to the next is nearly impossible. I would need to ease my way into her way, and that would help. I would not want to eat the exact way she does, but I would want to eat healthier than I do now. I wish we could influence each other, but if I had to pick one, I would rather her way of eating influence me.